So I might use the one that's sitting, actually. We'll try that. And so I might pop him on, do him in black. And so I might do him in black. I'm going to pop him down there. And I need my block to pop him on. And I think I may need my punch to punch him out. And my punch is over there, but I can go grab him quickly. And I might have a bow on him as well. So I might just grab the bow. Might go that big one there. Okay. And if he'll fit on, it should do. So I'm going to grab the bow. Right, I've got all those ready to go. So we'll use that one in instead of the gnomes. I haven't used that one before. So we'll use the gnome, this Christmas Scotty. And I'll just want to grab that punch. So, and we've got him too. So maybe I might, I haven't opened this one yet, so I haven't used him. Maybe I might just cut the, might cut that one out. Oh, actually, no, I'll need that big doggy. Well, anyway, we'll try it. We'll have a look at it and we'll see how we go with those. So, alrighty, I'm changing my mind. So we'll have a look and see which one we like. I might have to fussy cut that one out. So we'll see. Alrighty, so I've got all my pieces here, all pre-cut. Oh, sorry. So, and this is just from my scraps to do my stamping on. So I've already got my pieces of designer series paper all ready to go. So while I've got my trio punch out, actually no, I'll do that in a second. I'll get my punch board out. Oh, not my punch board, my scoreboard. And I'm just going to pop this up here. So hopefully it's in line there. So this is this is 9 3/4 by 8. 9 3/4 by 8. And I'm going to score this on the 9 3/4 side at 2.5. Actually, I'm going to get my big 2.5. 5.5. It's quite warm here in Tassie today. I reckon we're in for a storm. And 8. So we've got 2.5, 5.5, and 8. And then we're going to flip it around. And we're going to score at 2 inches on each side. So 2, I'm going to turn it around and score that down there. And that's all we need to do with the scoreboard. But I'm going to keep my this stylus here because I'll need to do something with that in a minute. So I'll pop that there. Hopefully that doesn't fall. So what we're going to do first is we're going to remove some of these sides. So on here you've got your smaller side here, smaller score side, and then you've got the big one down here. So you've got little boxes up here and big boxes down here. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to remove this box and this box and this box and this box from this side. So we're going to remove that whole piece and then that whole piece there. So what we're going to do is grab my scissors if I knew where they were, or I can bring my trimmer in, and actually I'm going to use my big scissors this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut down. I might flip it over and cut on those score lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm cutting the big section off here. I'm just double checking here. So you've got the smaller squares here, and then you've got the bigger ones down the bottom. But always have a doggy here somewhere. So we just, like I said, cut this one and this one and this one and this one off. So I'm just going to cut down that score line, and I'm just going to remove those 2 squares. And keep that because I can do my bow from that one. And then I'm going to cut this side as well. So I'm just going to cut from that, try to cut more of that like score line off. I'm probably going a bit over there, but that won't matter. And I'm just going to cut that bit off as well. So I'm going to put that aside. So now you've got this part here will be your little flat piece that will come down over. So now we're going to remove these two bottom squares here. So I'm just going to cut up to that one. And then I'm just going to remove that all together as well. And then I'm going to remove this side. So, and remove that. Okay. So now, before I do any of the, I'm going to put those aside. Before I fold anything here, on these two pieces here, we're going to get a ruler. And I did have my ruler there, and there it is. I'm going to grab my ruler, and I'm going to grab a pencil, and over there. So what I'm going to do is, because this is 3 inches long, it might be a little bit smaller now that I've actually cut it off, like cut a little bit. But we're just going to sort of, I'll flip it around that way so I can do my. So we're just going to center that. So we're going to pop, I'm just going to take that little bit that way. And I'm just going to put a little notch at the 1.5 inch side there. And then I'm going to do the same down this side here. So on these sides here, we're just going to do like about the 1.5. So I'm just putting a little notch there. And then what we're going to do then is we're going to grab our little stylus like scorer, and we're going to go from that corner to that, so we're going to go from that corner to there, and we're just going to score that. I'm going to use the smaller side, and we're just going to score that there, so we're making a score in it. And then we're going to do the same on this side. So I'll grab that, hopefully take it down a little bit more. Oh, and I moved it. So I'm just going to score from that to that. So it's just giving you a little like score. Then I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to score from that corner to that score mark. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing on that side. So to there, and then that's all you need to do. So I'm going to pop that one, I'll stick that in there so I don't lose that one. My ruler can go over there. So now I'm just going to score all my, like burnish them all, but I don't know where my, oh there it is. So I'm just going to grab my bone folder, and I'm just going to score all these, give them a good crease down. And another thing I did forget that I'll grab in a minute is I need to get my Velcro dots. So I'm just going to fold that in, and I'm going to fold that one in as well. So they will, when they go in, they'll stick to the up here. So I'll grab that one as well, give that a score, and then give this one a score. And if you have little bits like I have, maybe I could have went over a little bit more, and I could have done too. Actually, I'm going to try to make sure I get right in the corner of there, so it's not going to make it. I'm just going to bring that in just a little bit more. So okay, and that's better. This is going to be my little box anyway, so okay, that's better. So, and that one, I think that one's the same. Yep. I just want to make sure that they're fairly straight, and that one looks like, so when we fold them up, they should go snug in there. So, and that's looking okay. So now we're going to grab these I'm just going to grab my trio punch, and here's your bottom, and these two flaps are your top here. So these will come down, they'll go in, and then that'll flip over, and that'll make your box. So this little flap here is where you're going to do your corners. So if you want to get your quarter rounder out, or if you've got a trio punch like me, you can do your corners. So that one I probably need to do a little bit again because it wasn't quite neat enough. That's fine. And then your little piece here, one of your littlest piece of your DSB. I think this one's 1 and is it 1.5? 1.5 by 3 3/4. So we're going to cut just one side because this will be your front part of your box, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Okay, so then that'll sit on that panel there. So we can start gluing these down if you want to. So I'll glue that piece. So I have my glue, and I'll glue that down. You can put these on afterwards if you like, but so I'm just going to glue that piece onto there. And sticking one there. Then I'm going to have another piece on here, so one of these pieces will go on there. I'll have all the measurements on the end of this video in the description, so you'll be able to have a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that on there. But this is how I get all my ideas from my boxes from other boxes. So I've got a bit of glue there somewhere. And okay, so I've got my piece on there, and you don't have to put a piece on the back, but I'm going to put a piece on the back of mine. So I'm just gonna pop this piece on, making sure that's okay. I'm just going to line that up there with that. And so I hope you're enjoying my 12 days of Christmas so far. So another thing I forgot to, before I forget, is I'll grab a couple more tiles out. So we've got another 3 tiles coming out now. So they're the next 3 letters that you'll need for the sentence that out of the 26 letters, you'll work out a sentence, a 4-word sentence to the little my Scrabble pieces. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop some glue on here and here. So I'm going to do them one at a time. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue in this little section here. And I think I told you that the trio punch is retired, so I don't have a like a corner rounder. So, but that one is retired, so you can't get that one anymore. So I'm just going to line this piece up with there, and I'm just going to hold that till I get that to where I want it, and I'll just hold that down for a second, just to. And this one I'll put some different chocolates in to show you how many you can get with different ones. So, but you could also pop some other chocolates in as well. So you can pop anything in this box really. Okay, my glue's about running out. So I'm just going to pop this one up there. So. And just making sure it's lining up down here and it's all looking good. And that's why I do one at a time, so I can take my time to work it out. And then these little flaps here, they don't go anywhere, so that they'll just stay there for, because if you look in this box here, they just sit in there for, yeah, like just little sides, so you don't have to do anything there. And if you had magnets, you could do that. I've got magnets here somewhere in my room and I can't find them. So that is our box. And before I do that, I'll grab the other little thing. And I know I've got them over here. I just haven't got them out. So, oh, everything's avalanche in this room. So I've just got some fairly flat, what are they called? Yeah, these things. I forgot, Velcro dots. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab one of these and I'm going to stick it on top of one of those. And then I'm just going to grab both of those off. And they're quite sticky. I just want to stick to your hands. So I'm trying to get one of those off. Okay. And then, which way did I? So I'm going to stick that up there. So I'm just going to try to center that in the middle. So I'm going to try anyway. And I've just stuck both of those down so that's fairly close to the middle to me. And I'm just going to fold it, but before I fold it down, I'm just going to make sure it's all lined up. And then when I'm happy with that, and it's all lined up, then I'm just going to press down. And I'll sort of give it a little press. And then I'm just going to make sure that they come open. Okay. Where are you? No. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to give that a good press down, and then I'm going to give this one a good press down. And like I said, you can use magnets on here, and then there is your little Velcro closure. So, and there you go. So I'll leave that there for a minute, and I'll do this little dog, but I'll leave them up there so you still got those. So I'll put them back before I lose them, because they can get quite lost in the room if you don't look after them. So, like I said, we're going to try the Scottish dog. I'm just going to grab, yeah, I've already got that. And I'm going to try this one, but I'm also going to, I might try just doing the dog. And I did have some black, I was going to do some black cardstock, but I don't know what it'd look like. Actually, I'm going to experiment here. And I'm going to grab my punch. I'm just going to see what the dog would look like in red. He might look alright. So, he might look alright sitting on there in red. But what I might do is I might try another thing. I might grab that one and we might stamp him, stamping him in real red. And this is me going out on a limb. I had it in my head how I wanted to do it with the other one, but I've decided I'm going to change my mind. So I'm just going to pop him up there so I don't lose him. And so I might do him in real red. Okay. And I might just stamp him on there and I might cut him out again. Okay, so real red. Actually, no, this is not real red. This is sweet sorbet. So I might do him in the sweet sorbet on top of the red and just see how he goes. So, okay, hopefully he's pretty good. I'm going to do him again because I've not used him before and I want a crisper look. So, okay, and I should have had a little mat underneath it, but he's looking pretty good. So I'll just grab one of those. He's going to go red, but I'll see if I can get him off, a bit of him off before we that sticks to there. So he's still going to go red, but anyway, he's all off now. So pop that up there. Alrighty, so I'm going to get rid of that for a second. So I reckon I'll use the green. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to punch him out. I can always use these on some other projects, but I just want to really hard looking with red on red. But actually, I should have tried the other way. Might try that. See, I'm going to turn him over and I'm going to go black on red. I'm going to see what he looks like. Might stand out a bit better. So, or he might not. Okay. Just going to see what it looks like. Okay. Okay, well, maybe if I stamp in. Okay, so stick it over there for a second. And I'm just going to stamp him down there. And I don't know if that's how he goes, is it? No. I don't know, he's not stamping properly on that that side. But I'm going to try it again. Okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to that one there might be a little bit better. So anyway, I'm just going to stamp him. I'm going to cut him out and we'll see how we go. So yeah, that was a bit too so I'm just going to try little Scotty dog. And I'll cut this one out as well. So we can have two. Okay, so I'm going to have the little Scotty dog. I reckon I like that one probably a little bit better than that one. No, that one there. So I'm going to pop them up there. But I've got my little red bow. And I think that might be a little bit too much now. So, little bow. But anyway, I'm going to use my little Scotty dog. And I'm going to sit him on there. So he can sit there. And then I'm going to grab my other piece here, and I'm going to grab I need to cut out my sentiment piece, and I've lost my dies are over there. See that one? So make sure I don't lose that stamp that's sitting on top of that. So I'm just going to grab this one here, and I'm going to bring my little cut and emboss machine in. And hopefully I don't rock the table. So, but I need to cut some of those off. Okay. 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 Now hopefully it doesn't rock the table too much. So I'm just going to pop that piece in there. I'm going to pop that die on there. And I'm just going to cut that out. And hopefully I don't rock the table too much. I'm trying to hold it so it doesn't. It'll be clunkier in a minute, I reckon. Not too bad. So I'm going to grab that piece and remove that. Pop that back over there. Thought I'd bring the little one in, and so stick that up there. So now I'm going to grab I reckon I might go the red. So because we've got and the sweet sorbet, and I'm going to do Merry Christmas with that. So my Merry Christmas is there, so I'm just going to grab my sweet sorbet and I'm going to pop Merry Christmas. Hopefully I'll get it straight, and hopefully, which way do I want to go? might go over this way with my Merry Christmas this time. No, I'm going to go that way. I like it like that. And hopefully that has, and it's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So get rid of this. Pop that over there too. Put all those over there. And I'm wondering if I can have a green. Which one was I going to use? That one or that one? So I'm going to, maybe if I got a little green, I had a little green piece here somewhere. And somewhere. Okay, there he is. A bit of garden green. I'm just going to grab that punch again. I'm just going to punch, okay, punch that that one out. So he might look all right with that. And then I can put a little, okay, I reckon it might do. So I'm going to pop that on him. But before I do that, I'm just going to stick this on here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this on, and I'm just going to glue it to there, but I need to work out where I'm going to have it. So if I have it there, then my Scotty dog will need to sit there. So, and I reckon that looks all right there like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop just half glue on the back of here, and glue's over here. My table's getting a mess. So, okay, so I was working out. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on there. And then that's going to sit like over the lid there. So I'll just stick that on there. Just making sure that it looks pretty straight. So, yeah. Oh no, I moved it. Okay, I'll let it sit there for a second so it doesn't move. Okay, and then once it's dry, that looks pretty straight to me. And I'm just going to grab that, and then I'm just making sure, and I'm just going to give that a little press down with that, and so, and then once that's, then I'll put that back on there. And then I'm going to grab my little Scotty dog, and I'm just going to pop him up on some dimensionals, I reckon. So actually I might stick him there, and then I'll put the rest of it, the little bow, up on dimensionals. So I'm just going to pop a bit of glue just up on his top of his head. So just working out where he's going to go. So nearly all of his head and so the top part of his body I will put glue on. So I'm going to pop a bit of glue there, and there, and then he will just sit up there then. So I'll pop a bit of glue, stick him there, so he's sort of over there. Oh, and I knew I forgot something. I forgot to pop the little part here. I think I've got a piece over here. I do. So I don't know if I'll get that down in there now, but I was going to stick that piece on there. I don't think I'll get that off now. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about that, because that should have went up underneath there. But I'm not going to get that. I might be able to sneak it in there. So we'll see if we can get it in. Okay, what I'm going to do is just pop a little bit of glue on there. And I'm going to see if I can stick him down in there. I knew I forgot something when I was doing this. So look, that he's going under there. And let's see if I can try to get that little bit. Oh, okay. It's all right. It's stuck there now, so I'll put a little glue dot on that, but not a glue dot. I think I used the wrong dog, did I? No. Alrighty, so now what I'm going to do is this is going to go here. I don't know if it look all right up there. Gee. maybe that might look all right up there. What do you reckon? So, or I reckon a little, okay, I think he needs to go on, sticking to my hand. I don't know, it's probably too much going on there. Okay, where's that red one? Might stick one of those red ones up there. It might be too much too, so little red. Yeah, I don't know if I like that there now. No, it is stuck there now, so maybe just a little there. Yeah, it's too much there, so might stick the little green one on there like I was going to, and pop him up on some dimensionals. But before I do that, I might just give this a little bit of a curl, just make it look like a bow. I'm going to grab my dimensionals if I can find them. They're right beside me. So I'm just going to grab one of these tiny little ones, and I'm going to stick him on to one of those and pop that away. So I'm just going to stick him, and I knew that my dimensional would be not stuck too high up. Okay, so I'm going to pop him, that bow, about there. Okay, about there. And then all I need to do now is add some chockies and some bling, and I am finished. So I have my bling here beside me. I don't know what I'm going to use in there, so I might just use these. I'm still not sure whether these are retired or they're still current, but I'm going to pop one of those. I'm sorry if they are retired, but if you've got any little silver little gems. So I'm just going to grab one of these big ones, and I'm just going to pop him into the center of that. Then I'm going to grab one of these really big ones here, and I might pop him up there in the center of that. And because we're going threes, I'll take one of the little tiny ones, and I might pop him there. So there is my little cute box using the Scotty dog. So, but yeah, let me know which one you think is your favourite. So that's the one that I made with you today. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'll grab some different chocolates this time, and these ones are the chocolate eclairs. So I don't have many left in that box. So, but you can fit a fair few. Actually, I've got another box. I'll open those ones. Or I'll grab this other. Got one of these because I've got to have different chocolates for my grandsons. But even I'll just have it. I want to see whether one of these would fit in. So the Kit Kat, like the little Santa Kit Kat. Well, to see the Santa Kit Kat can fit in there with all those lollies. So, or the chocolate eclairs. So you can give that little treat. So there you go. So that's the one I made with you today, and that's the one I made. So which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the Scotty dog, or you like the one with the garden gnome? But like I said, this could have went down a little bit further, but I don't mind it's hanging up off over there. So I knew I'd forget something. But yeah, so there is my little project for today. I hope you like it. And I hope you have fun creating. But I'll have some photos on here later to show you what it looks like. So, but alrighty, so there you go. That is my project for today, and I hope you give it a go. So, and these are the letters that you will need to make your sentence. So, but alrighty then, I'm going to go, and I'll catch you next time. Alrighty then, bye for now.